Tannery Industries Botswana is one company that's taken the bull by the horns on this opportunity and has seen a steady increase in sales as a result.
TIB was set up to take advantage of the raw material available in Botswana as a function of the large beef industry, with the idea of converting that raw material into finished leather for the regional market. This was an exercise that was taken about by two entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, together with what is known here as the Cedar Venture Capital Fund, to establish the business.
The company exports its skins to South African manufacturers.
These end up becoming shoes, couches, furniture couches. A lot of the material that you see even with the hair on go into ottomans, for instance. We are starting to look at other opportunities as well, i.e. the automotive industry. So those are the three predominant areas of where our product ends up in.
Despite the country's small population of just under 2 million, labour seems to be one of the attractions of operating in Botswana.
Labour is available, and again I must stress it's well qualified labour which needs to be trained, but it means that it's easier to train because most people here have been to school. We don't have a very unionized workforce in this country, which some people might say is good, some people might say it's bad, but I think from our side it makes it easier to, the workforce then is less militant, I would say, which makes it easier, of course, to establish good labor relationships with your staff.
Botswana's manufacturing sector has been highlighted as one of the areas that will be least affected by the global crisis.
All sectors will suffer, but I think probably manufacturing less than most, because much manufacturing is based on less cyclical industries like food processing and clothing and textiles. I mean, everything's negatively affected, as I say, but those sort of core consumer goods are not being affected nearly as much as mining and construction and capital equipment and automobiles. So I think that the Botswana manufacturing sector will, in relative terms, probably get away more lightly than other sectors.
The country's textile industry has also benefited from the AGOA trade agreements.
One of the sectors that we have put a lot of concentration is our manufacturing sector. With particular attention, we're looking at taking advantage of the various agreements that we've got with other countries. For instance, if you look at AGOA, which is the Africa Growth Opportunity Act of the US, where they are looking at giving special attention to goods that are coming out of Africa to enter the US market, and I think they've got about 6,500 product lines. We have largely managed to penetrate that through textiles and so forth, and that has been a success. And I think currently we're looking at about, I stand under correction, but we're looking at a double digit in terms of percentage of our manufacturing sector.
Just 20 minutes outside Gaborone is a small town called Ramotswa. And when it's the rainy season, it tends to get a little flooded. And it's to this small town, virtually in the middle of nowhere, that Chin Shi Huang comes all the way from Melbourne, Australia every holiday. She comes here to help her dad in his textile factory called Fascinating Botswana.
97年，政府一个援外的项目，带了一帮日人过来开了一个厂。开了厂以后呢，因为当时在这当厂长，觉得这里的政策比较好，所以呢，我们觉得自己开还是比较好。有个适当的机会的话呢，我们就自己开。99年，基本上我们自己都申请了一个营业执照。2001年我们就正式开始投产了现在的 Fascinating Botswana。
Okay, he said he came in Botswana in 1999 and he's working for a Taiwanese company, and that Taiwanese company has employed him as a factory manager. And because of the manager, and he knows the policy of the Botswana, and he knows there's a policy called FAP, and he decided to open a new company by himself. So he started 1999 operating his own company, and it's called Fascinating Botswana, and started in 2001 we started operating. Because of the Botswana FAP policy, we have get a lot of assistance from the Botswana government, and they have provided with us the training fees and also the machine fees and etc.
Initially, Fascinating Botswana supplied goods to Europe and the US, but now only supplies to major South African retail chains.
卖给了沃沃斯、Adidas、Foschini、跟 XZ。
Safety is a major plus point for Botswana as its neighbour South Africa struggles with high crime rates. But there are other reasons why Botswana is an attractive investment destination.
Safety and security, political stability, very secure investments. Botswana might be landlocked, but you should be looking at Botswana as a gateway into broader Africa. We have linkages with at least 4 countries. I'm sure you know Namibia, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and so forth. So we are really right there smack in the middle. And we really, in the literal sense, are a gateway into broader Africa.